Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. So we will be waiting for others to join. So I think we will wait for another 1 minute and then we will start the webinar session. So today we will be covering mastering cross-platform reporting, that is BIRT report, and how the BIRT report can be published, used, shared within AIV. So we have some of the agendas already created and some of the features to use with BIRT report in AIV. I will show you on the fly. Okay, so uh, before jumping into this BIRT uh, reports and mastering cross-platform reporting, so do anybody know about the BIRT reports? Okay. Do anyone knows about the BIRT report? Just you can message yes, no. Okay, good, good. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay, so BIRT report. The BIRT, it stands for Business Intelligence Reporting Tool. Okay, so basically in BIRT you can create any kind of report inside the BIRT report. Okay, so I will give you example, like if you want to create a statement, bank statement, if you want to create a manufacturing reports, if you want to create a pharmaceuticals reports, and you want to create once that report and you want that report into multiple different formats. Let's say you will create one single template inside the BIRT, and that single BIRT report can be published into different kind of format. Example: PDF, docs, XML, RPT document, PowerPoint presentation, and many more different format it supports. So AIV itself give you a full access to publish that BIRT report, which is created into the BIRT tool or within a BIRT IDE, and you can publish that open source BIRT report into AIV, and you can share that report. You can email that report output. You can customize your report output based on different users. So all those things I will be covering today. So today's agenda, I will give you a introduction to AIV. I will give you a AIV tool. Then I will show you how to publish a BIRT report into a AIV. Then I will show you how to schedule a report and merge that report within AIV. Then I will show you one of the coolest feature of AIV, that is report busting. And there is one more very nice feature, a group report. All those things I will be carrying, I will be showing out today. So these are our 6 agenda today. So before jumping into the next slide, if you guys have any kind of questions, we can always have a question answer session at the end of this webinar, as well as in between. If you want to know something about the AIV when I'm giving a tour or anything, if you want some of the functions to know, just write a message in the chat box, or there is an option to request to speak. You can speak. I can give you the answer for that. Okay. Okay, so let's move into the next slide, the introduction to AIV. So what is AIV? So AIV stands for Active Intelligence Visualization, is a comprehensive business intelligence suite that designed to transform a raw data into any actionable insight, as well as you can deploy, you can publish any kind of open source BIRT report created within a BIRT tool or BIRT IDE. You can also publish a Jasper report, which is created into Jasper ID and deploy and publish into AIV and share that reports with all the users of AIV. You can email, you can collaborate, all that you can collaborate with all the users of AIV. Okay, so also AIV provides tool for creating dynamic dashboard, performing advanced data analysis and generating detailed reports. AIV combines powerful analytics with user-friendly interface, allowing business to make data-driven decisions efficiently. Why AIV and what is the need of the AIV? In this rapidly evolving business environment, the ability to quickly understand and act on data is crucial. AIV addresses the limitation of traditional analytics tools by offering real-time insights, custom visualizations in dashboards, seamless integration with any kind of databases and the flat files, as well as we support currently three kind of reports, that is BIRT, Jasper and Panther. In the version 6, we support AIV, BIRT and Jasper. So let's jump into the tour of the AIV. So let me take you guys to AIV. Okay, so if you see, this is our typical landing page or login page of our AIV. So whenever you visit to the AIV page, so you will find this login page over here. So you can log in by simply providing your username and the password. So currently I'm using or I'm logging through admin users. So if I log in, you will see a home page, the landing page of the AIV. So you will find all the you will find there is like 3 steps. So to create any kind of to create any kind of so to connect with data source, there is a step one. So you can connect with all these data sources. Then after connecting to the data sources, then option to create a data set. And once the data set is created, there is an option to create the dashboard, ad hoc report, ad hoc analysis. So this is a 3-step process. Whenever any user want to create a dashboard, ad hoc report, and anything. But today we are focusing on BIRT report. So all the steps, all these steps are not necessary for us. This one I already covered into our first webinar, how this sources can be connected, how this data sets are created, how this dashboard, ad hoc report, ad hoc analysis are created. So if you want, I can provide you the link to always watch that previous webinar, or that same webinar will be available in next couple of weeks. So you guys can join that webinar and you can learn how to create all those things. Then if you see at the left hand side, there is a hamburger icon over here. So when you will click on this hamburger icon, you will see all the menus item, all the quick toggles items are available inside this menu. So you will see this dashboard. So here is the plus icon. You can create the dashboard on clicking on this. You can go into the list view of the dashboard by just clicking on this. It will take you to the list view of the dashboard. It will show you all the available dashboards which you have created over here. Then there is an option to open this into the new tab. So if you open this list view into a new tab, it will open into the new tab. Then there is document section. So mainly we will be focusing today on this document section. So document section has reports. So where we will be publishing our BIRT report. Then there is merge report options. Then there is ad hoc report. So ad hoc report is the functionality where you will create on the fly if you want to create any kind of reports. Then there is ad hoc analysis. So basically, if you want to analyze any data and you don't have currently a developer or anyone to develop a dashboard or report for you, so there is an option for ad hoc analysis. So you simply need to go to the ad hoc analysis. You need to select the data set and you can analyze based on your requirement. Then there is shared resources. So basically, if you go to the shared resource section, all the files which are uploaded into this shared resource section will be available to all the users who have access to this shared resources. So by default, all the files will be accessible to all those users who has the access of this resource section. So if you want to make sure like you don't want to share the file with other users, so it's good idea to upload that file into the report sections. Okay. Then there is quick run. So quick run is basically, if you go inside this quick run, if you want to create the quick run, you need to select the report here. So what this quick run does, so whenever you select any BIRT report, so it has multiple, so it will have multiple parameters, and you don't want to select or type parameters each and every time. So what you will do, you will select the reports, you will save that as a quick run. So just for an example, I will show. So if you go here, if you go to the banking report, if you click on this credit card statement here, you will find the parameters over here. So you can select, so this report had just one parameter, but there could be a scenario where there will be a multiple parameters like 10, 20, 30. So in that case, you can provide here a name for this. So let's say this is ME parameter report. So similarly, you can create multiple quick run, you can select multiple parameters, and you can, whenever you want to run that quick run, you can directly go and run that quick run. So basically, you won't require to select parameters again and again. So that is why the quick run functionality is available over here. Then there is report busting. Report busting is the functionality where a user want to send or generate a report for multiple user. So let's say I'm the admin user and I want to generate report for 10, 20,000, 10,000 users. Okay. So from report section, I can only run for one particular users, but through report busting, I can generate report and share that report with that particular user, and the data of that particular user will be only shared or only generated into that particular report using this report busting feature. So and this can be emailed, this report can be emailed to them as well. So this report busting I will be showing you today in this webinar. Then there is a this is report busting screen, which I will show you in details into the webinar. Then there is group report. So what basically group report is, let's say every month you need to run a single report with multiple different kind of parameter and for multiple users, and that is a very tedious task to run that one by one. So instead of running that one by one, and let's say your server or your application is busy at the daytime, so you can schedule this group report into the night or whenever your server is not busy at that time. So what it will do, it will generate a report for those particular parameter which you have selected, for those particular users which you have selected. It will generate and combine into one single group report. So whenever next day or next time, whenever you want to access that group report or that particular report within that group report, you will just double click that group report. You will just need to pass the parameter and it will give you the output of that report. So basically it won't go and run that. So it will, whenever your server is not busy and you want a very tedious report to be run as a um, with multi parameters, so at that time this group report will be helpful for you. Again, this I will show you in action later on. So we are including this feature as well today in our webinar. Then there is a report management. So if you want to manage a whole your reports into a one single screen, you can manage that using that report management feature. So this we won't be covering today. We will be covering report management in our next webinar session. Then there is a master data section. In master data, there is multiple subsections available like data source mapping, data sets, data pipeline, group data sets, parameters, and webhook. So data source, basically, if you want to connect with any kind of data sources, I will just show you. So if you want to connect with all this kind of data sources, you can able to connect with AIV. Then there is a data source mapping. So let's say you have created a data sources and you want to share that particular data source with some of the users only. So in that case, this data source mapping is useful. So let's say you have connected with this banking data source and there is healthcare data source. So there are two data source I have already created inside here, and I want to share this data source with just a Mayur user or admin user or 60286 user or anyone. So in that case, I will just select this, I will select the user and I will click on configure and it will be directly available to that particular user. And other user won't be able to access this data source and this data source won't be shown into their screen. Then there is data set. So whenever you will create or connect with any kind of data sources, you will require to connect with data sets. So in that case, there is a create data set option available here, and you can create the data set based on this particular sources. Then there is a data pipeline. So if you want to connect with multiple data set, you want to join, you want to inner join, you want to left join, right join, with data sets, with tables, with views, you can do within a data pipeline. Then there is a group data set. So similarly, if you want to group multiple data set, so in that case, you will use this group data set features. Then there is parameters. So if you want to create a parameters and you want to connect that parameters with the data set, so you can always create the parameter in the parameter screen and you can connect that parameters with the data sets. And there is a webhook. So this is newly introduced feature. So basically you can create a webhook for the reports So let's say in the Teams or in the Slack, if we want a message or if you want a report output, so you can use this webhook to get the report output into the Slack and Teams. Then there is a request section. So in request section, there is notification, request, alerts, and alert. So basically notification whenever any kind of notification comes inside the AIV. So all those notifications are available in this notification section. All the alerts are available. Whether any reports are successfully scheduled, failed, mailed, sent, all those kind of information will be available inside this notification section. Then there is request section. So if you want to track your reports, where your report is it right now in schedule, waiting for any events, or is it's currently running or it's completed. So you can always track them from this request section. We will cover this today in our webinar later on. Then there is alert section and alert reports. So if you want to create any kind of alerts based on report events, so you can create that alert over here. And based on that alerts, so you want to generate the report for those alert, you can generate the report for this alert. And there is an administration section. So repository, department, users. So you can create your users from here. You can create the roles from here. So basically you can assign multiple users to particular roles. So let's say you have a sales team, you have purchase team, you have an administrator team, you have technology team. So you can create different kind of roles and you can share you can assign those users to that particular roles, and based on that particular roles your reports, your dashboard, or your data set can be shared with them. Then there is email users. So if you want to add a list of users into here, you can always add here. Then there is a file type. So these are the file type currently supported inside AIV. And if you have any new file type which you need access inside AI, you need to create a file type and give the access, and that type will be automatically supported with the AIV. Then there is AIV configuration screen. So you can configure your clustering, email, report display message, BIRT configurations, housekeeping, all those things, archive, purge, all those things can be configured from this configure screen. Then there is a license. So if you want to, whenever you want, if you want to generate a license, you can click on this generate a machine ID and you can request this. You can send this machine ID manually into our licensing at AIVHUB.com, and based on your contract or based on your terms, your license will be sent to you. Or you can always directly request a license by clicking on this request license screen. And once you will jump over here, you will need to provide all the details, and uh, this screen you will need to fill all the details over here. Based on that you will receive your license. So we will be coming back to our license screen again. So, and there is an update license option. So whenever you receive any license, so you can click on this update. It will open this update upload dialog for you, and you need to upload the license file over here. And then there is a dynamic message. So dynamic message is very helpful. So if you want to create any message that you need to distribute across all your organization while using the AIV, so you can create this, and based on particular section you can add that dynamic message over here. Then there is annotation. So you can create annotations over here, and you can use this annotation directly into your BIRT report, or you can use this annotation within your dashboard. Then there is a control panel, so you can change your default dashboard, landing page, locale, backup user, time zone, and password, everything through this control panel section. Then there is dashboard internationalization. So currently we are supporting a dashboard internationalization. What this is, so basically all your widgets, title, filter title, uh, tab name, all those things can be internationalized by using this dashboard internationalization features. Then there is an external app. So basically, you can create your own app in Angular, React, and you can publish that external app inside AIV. And at last, there is an API token. So basically, you can generate the API token, and this API token can be used to get, if you want to get data from the AIV from any third party sources. That time you will require this API token to be generated once as an authentication purpose. So you can get the data from the AIV. So this is what AIV is, and let's now jump into our main session. So let's jump into publishing board report into AIV. So basically, so if you create any board report into your board ID, you can easily drag and drop and publish that report into AIV. So I will quickly show you how to publish any board report which is created into a board ID, and you can how you can publish that. So this I will share my entire screen. So if you see, there is a report section. So we land into the report section by clicking on this documents and selecting these reports. We will land into this report section. So what I will do, I will just create one simple folder over here, publish. You can create whatever folder you want to. So once I go inside this, once this publish folder is created, I will go inside this publish folder. I will go to this uh, bot ID where I have generated this bot simple bot report. And if I want to upload this bot report, so what I will do, I will simply drag from here and I will drop this over here. So if you see here, uh, you will the upload dialog box will be available to you. So if you see, the credit card statement.rpt design is already here. You just need to click on upload. Once you click on upload, this report is available here now. Now, if you want to run this, so this is how you will publish any kind of bot report inside AIV. Now, let's come back and show you like how we can schedule this report. So that is how we were able to publish the report. Now I will show you how to schedule this report and how to merge report with one another. So let's jump back into our AIV. Okay. So this is the report which we have published. And now if we want to run this report or we want to schedule this report, we will directly double click here. Or there is another option. I will show you that as well. So you can select the parameters if it has any kind of parameters. So you can select the parameters. So let's say I want to generate this for Jill Wilson. There is an option to select. There is an option for schedule different kind of frequency you can select here. So there is right now once and recurring. So you will once you will select this once option, you will see what other kind of options are available. So when you want to start this report, if you want this report to be run only once, if I select this and if I select this, it will show you when this report will be run. Then there will be an option to select on failure schedule after every 5 minutes. So let's say if it's failed, so it will check after 5 minutes and it will try to rerun this report again. Then there is an option to select the output owner. So currently there is no output owner we have, so there is no list available. Then there is an option to share this report. So if you want to share the output of this report with any of your user, you can do that. Then there is an option to, then we will go to the output. You can change the name of this. You can always give the suffix to this report. You can always select the format over here, whatever the format you want to run this report in. Then there is an option for path where this report needs to be after once this report is generated, where this report should be stored. So you can select the path. You can create a new path if you want. Then there is an option for a webhook if you want this report to be webhook somewhere. So that can be done. So basically, this is a schedule dialog box. If you want to go to the email tab and if you want to email this report to any of your users, so you can do that as well. So I will show you that as well. You can select, you can export this report. You need to always select here your default template or any success template, whichever you have created. If you have went selected a email template, this report will not be sent. Okay, and there is an option to on failure and after minutes. So you can select like how many if email is not triggered due to any network issue or anything. So you can select on failure retry option. So you can select how many times you want to retry and after how many minutes you want to retry. All those things can be done. So this is one of the way double clicking and running the report. So I will show you if you want to directly run into any of this format, you can click on this PDF. So what will it will do? You can run this report into the PDF view. So I will select here Elizabeth Gomez as a customer. I will go to the email. I will select email. I will select export report and I will provide an email over here. So So basically this report will be run and will be sent to this. And this report will be only run for this parameter selected Elizabeth Gomes. So it will only bring the data for this Elizabeth Gomes user. So if I click on run, so what it will do, it will run this report as well as it will email that to that particular user. So if you see this, if you see this report is ran for this Elizabeth Gomes user. This is a credit card statement report, and you will see the monthly spending for her, and there is a transaction, which kind of transaction are done for that credit card. So you will find here a credit card number and everything over here. So this basically generated the report for Elizabeth Gomes user. Now I will close this. I will go back to our AIV. Sorry, I think I was on mute. So basically, if you see, I have shared the report with different user. I have scheduled that report for different users, and based on that particular user, I'm getting the output. So this output now I have generated, I have exported from here in XLS format. If I click on this XLS, this report will be available in my XLS format. Do you see how easy one single report can be generated into a different format? So is my voice audible now? Okay, thanks. So I will share AIV screen again. So I will log out from here and re-log in to our admin user. So this is what I have shown you how to share the report with other user inside AIV and how the data will be binded automatically for that particular users inside the report while scheduling. And now let's jump into the merge report. So let's say I will delete this already created merge report from here. Let's say if you have this credit card report, you want to add some notes with this particular credit card report. So currently, if you see, this has only a credit card statement here. If you want to add a further note over here, so how you will do that? So you basically need to go into this create report. You will select the banking report over here as a bank statement report. Then there is another report created as a notes. So I will select that as well. I will select here this report should be generated for Lisa Jones, and I will click on I will give here a name Lisa Jones notes. If I click on this save and merge, so what it will do, it will save this as a merge, and it will merge this report as well. So if I click on the save and merge, so if you see here, I will reshare the whole screen so that you guys can see here. Okay, now if you see, I have generated this report for Lisa Jones, and I have another report which has notes in it. So I have added that notes, I have merged that, combined that notes report with my current trend cut statement report. All those notes are added into this particular reports in, and it is merged into one single PDF and generated. Exciting, yeah? This looks amazing. Let me jump back into AIV now. So this is what how the merge report functionality is used within the AIV. So you can merge with multiple PDF, multiple BIRT reports, multiple Jasper reports. You can merge into one, and you can send into a one single PDF to your end customer or to your organization, whoever required. Next, I will share the PowerPoint presentation again. And we have covered a scheduling of a report and merging of a report into AIV. Now we will be covering report busting feature. This is one of the very good feature available inside AIV. So let me jump directly into that and I will show you and I will explain you at that time. Basically, if we go to our report busting, so I already explained you guys why this report busting or when this report busting will be helpful. So when you want to generate a single report for all different customers and you want to email them, so in that case, this report busting will be helpful for you guys. So this bank statement report, we need a bank need to send each and every customer every month or every quarterly. So what they can do, they can schedule this using the report busting feature. They can schedule this report to be generated every month on whatever the date they want, like 31st, 30, or the first of every month. And they can select like how many customers they want to send this report to. They can select and they can burst this report directly from this report busting screen. So I will select a banking customer datasets. So if you see, I have a list of all the customers with customer ID, customer name, and emails and everything over here. So what I will do, I will select few customer ID customers over here. I will select banking reports, banking customers, mapping from here. So this mapping I have already created. So I will show you how to create the mapping here. So basically there is plus and there's an edit icon. So I will show you with this edit. So because I have already created the mapping over here. So once you click on over here, you need to provide a unique customer ID here. So once you provide the unique customer ID or any unique customer name column over here, then you need to provide the name for this particular mapping. You need to select the report through which you need to map. So I have mapped this with this credit card statement report. If you see there is customer name and in customer name you see you can map, this is the parameter of that particular report. You can map that customer name. I have mapped with this customer ID because in front you see the customer name here as a display, but internally I'm passing a customer ID to that particular report. You can go to the schedule. If you see here there is an output owner. Who will be the owner of this report? So basically, I have selected the customer ID because I have created a user with this customer ID inside AIV. So whenever this report will be busted, the this report output will be sent to that particular customers. Then there is an email. So if you see, I have also selected an email. So basically, this is a dynamic field which is coming from the dataset. And this report busting is mapped over there. Now for this four customer, I will be executing this report or bursting this report. So if I go here, there is an option for asynchronous and synchronous. So synchronous means it will run right now and generate you the output in zip. And there's an option for asynchronous, which you can schedule this based on a different time. Like let's say you want to schedule this every month, every quarter, or every year. So you for all those four customers which we have selected previously, you can select multiple, you can select 1,000 customers as well. You can select 10,000, whatever the list you have, and you can use the asynchronous and you can schedule that. So currently we will be doing synchronous here. If we click on PDF, we want to generate into the PDF view. So we will click on this PDF, and what it will do, it will generate this report for all these four customers, and it will give me in a zip output. As well as if you go into the email of these users, you will find they have received the email as well. So first, let me show you, like, they should have received the email as well. I will share my entire screen. If I go here, if I click here, you see the banking customer is available to view. It's generated for them. If I click here, it's generated for them as well here. And if I click here in the AM, you will see this report is generated for this user as well. So you can always click on this and you can download directly from here, as well as you can go to your AIV and you can log in with that particular user and you will find that particular report is available for you. And if you want to track, like, if this report has been scheduled properly or not, you will go to this request section. Inside this request, and you will find this report over here. So we have done this banking customers. It is generated here. So you will find all this report has been generated right now. And the owner of the report are shown over here. So if I log in with this, double click over here, this report will be available for me. If I double click on this 51019 user, that particular report will be available to me. So this is how the report busting feature is helpful. Now I will take you to the group report in AIV. So group report, again, this I already explained, but I will re-explain you guys. Let me go to the AIV first, and let me go to the group report section. So when this group report is useful, so let's say you want to run any big report which will generate for like, it will take time to generate for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, and you want to generate that report for multiple users. And whenever you want to, and it has very big data in that particular report. So in that case, what you will do, you can schedule this report to be run whenever your server is not busy. This report will be run, will be grouped, and will be kept into one particular single group. And if you want to access that particular report for that particular user, so you can directly put the user ID, and based on that, that particular report will be generated for you. So basically, what does this happens? So it will generate everything and keep it inside the group report. So whenever you want that particular report, you can directly access. So it won't go and regenerate again at that particular time. So it already generated and kept as a stored over there. Okay. So to do that, what we will do, we'll again select this banking customers. So once we select this banking customer, we click on next. So we need to provide the group report name here. So what we will do, we will provide here a name, grouping banking report. So now we will select a customer, the unique ID here. Then we will select our report. So we will click on this browse. We will select here a credit card statement report. So you see there is an option to statically generate for one particular customer, or you can select customer ID. This will generate this report for all the customers, not only one, two, but all the customers are present inside this data set. Then we will go next. Then an option for right now, once and recurring. So I will do once. I will show you recurring as well. So in recurring, you can run this report daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, or you can select any advanced cron expression as well. Same way, you can select the output owner, you can share, you can have the approval as well. Before generating this report, you can always have the approval as well over here. So if I go next, there is an option. I cannot change the format here because it's a GBR, but I can always select the format, in which format I want this report to be. So this report I already assigned as PDF. So it will be generated into this PDF format. So now I can provide the suffix for this if I want. If no, I don't want to. I can always have an email. So I can give the email and everything over here. This will be emailed to that particular user as well. So currently we won't be emailing. We will just scheduling this report. We will click on next, and we will click on run just here. So if you see, this report has been scheduled successfully. Now, if we want to track this, we will go into our request section inside request. And if you see, this grouping banking report, this group report has been generated and it's been completed. So when it is started and when it is completed, everything you can find over here. If it has any parameter or anything, it will show you over here. Now, let's go and access this group report. So this group report will be available in the reports or the output tab. So if you see here, this report, group banking report, the name which what we have given is available here. And now if we want to access the report, so for that particular customer, so what we will do, we will just pass the customer ID 60286 here, submit here, and this PDF will be available for us. So this is just in Callan report. If we want any other user, so what we will do, we will simply copy a customer ID 47406 and click on submit. So it will be available. That particular Jason Clark report is available to us. So you see how this group report is helpful to us. Now, so basically this comes to the end of our webinar. So we will cover many more topics into our next webinar. So currently we have only covered just few topics of the reports. So there are report management, there are this how this report can be used into the dashboard, how this report can be used as a section in the dashboard, how this there are different kind of scenario, how this report can be webhooked, how this report can be accessed from outside, how this report can be embedded. All those things we will cover into our next webinar. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask right now. So I will be giving you like 5 minutes. And if you have any questions, you can throw the questions to me. And then once once I answer the questions to you guys, then we will close the session. So let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Do you have any questions, guys? Do you have any questions, guys? Can I share reports in different file formats? So basically, yes. So whichever the reports are generated here, you can share that particular reports. Okay. Would I able to distribute report to multiple people outside my organization? Yes, securely. Yeah, you can. So I already shown you the email functionality. So by that email functionality, you can distribute this report, and based on that particular user, only the data of that particular user inside that report will be shared to that particular user. Anyone else? So in that case, we will be winding up our webinar. So we will, so if anyone are interested to buy AIV in the month of Feb, so you will get the promotional offer of 30% discount. So you guys can use my year at 2025, and you will get a 30% discount while buying AIV with premium plan. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice rest of the day.